Hello and welcome to another Coti update. Some of you guys have requested that, and there's no wonder why after these huge pumps and downfalls after the last few days. A lot of volatility in the market, and I really want to make this video to tell you be a bit careful now, because why I was really bullish on Coti in the last few weeks, since actually July really. I think I started to talk about Coti here when it was at around 13 cents, and it is really time to be on the side of caution now, in my view. It was, I mean, this is the hourly view, so need to go way back to when I started talking about Coti on this channel. Not a lot really happened throughout August, and then at some point we really had that massive peak here. And since then there's been a lot of volatility in the market. You see that, lots of up and downs, and then we broke out of that cup and handle shape here. We've hit the target levels that I gave you on this channel. We hit the 50 cent, we then hit the 60 or even 65 cent. That was, I think, the last one that I gave you, and really, really accurate. I mean, we managed to get up to 66, and I think 65 or around 65 was what I gave you in one of the last Coti videos. And it is time to think about profit taking. I took some profits, not all of it, and that's always what I do. I dollar cost average in, and then I dollar cost average out. I think in the long run, Coti has a bright future, but I took some profits just to take some of the risk out, because the profits have been significant. And even if you bought at 30 cents, it might be worth thinking about some profit taking, because, and I say that because of a few things. I mean, we have seen here a really strong uptrend, and what we see now for first time in a long time, really, if you just look at the price action in itself, for the last few days, we see a lot of red candles here. Just the height of the red candles is, when you look at the price action in itself, is really important to see. And it is a first heads up that things are changing, in my view. Also, what you can see, that these moves to the downside, the consolidations become more stronger. We saw that with Cardano as well before the market started to roll over. And if you remember that Coti was really late in the game, when other cryptos already saw their all-time high, Coti was still, I don't know, somewhere at 20 cents. So it was really late in this crypto bull run, and it has caught up, but maybe now it is also late in that rollover market. And you can start to get an idea that the uptrend is slowing down, and that there might be a risk that the market is rolling over. You can see that here in this sort of shape that is forming, that we saw with Cardano and Bitcoin as well before it started to roll over. I just want to make you aware of it. What we also see here is that we broke that trend line that we have actually been trading above since the 22nd of September. We broke that to the downside now. So we had here 1, 2, 3 touches, and then the fourth touch we really broke to the downside. There's another heads up that things might be changing. You can see that you can actually add another trend line here, and you can see that the trend is now lower. While it was really easy for the buyers to push the price higher since here the 22nd of September, we've moved up to that high here. Very short consolidation. We pushed higher, a stronger consolidation, and now we didn't push that much higher. You can immediately see that the buyers had more difficulties to push the price even higher, and also the consolidation was much stronger. So while we still saw a higher low, it was really, really minor. So you don't, even from that low to that low, there wasn't much difference. And where else can we see that? Well, we can see that if we take a look at the RSI. This is the next heads up that we actually here on the hourly make a bearish divergence. So from that wave to that wave, we see the trend slowing down. So we see the momentum slowing down. We saw that with Cardano as well before the market rolled over, and we saw that with Bitcoin as well before the market rolled over. So be extremely careful. Don't jump in, don't FOMO in. It is now time maybe to think about profit taking. I did say that already. Yes, we saw a golden cross on the daily, and I will go back to the daily in a minute, but you can see these trend lines very clearly on the hourly. Let's just have another look on the 4-hour chart before we go just to the daily. And here as well, you can see the trend line, and you can see these impressive gains. If I move out a little bit, this is, by the way, the Binance chart, so it should be more accurate. I think I started with with KuCoin, Coti Tether, but for many people it wasn't much use because most of you guys I think traded on Binance, and you can just see these impressive gains. And also if we consider that a cup and handle, I think the price target was met. That is what the price target guys that we talked about, of up to 66 cents. And you know, we are there we are. And I mentioned that in previous videos, and that is now, I'm happy with my profits. I took some of them out. I still have Coti. I'm not taking everything out because, as always, you never know, the price could go up once more. But I just want to make you aware that it's not always going to stay green, and there will be times of consolidation. So just be careful, guys. And here also on the 4 hour, we've seen a bearish cross on the MACD. So last time that happened, that was here. We saw a few days of consolidation, and also on the 4 hour, we see that bearish divergence on the RSI, very important. We also came in the overbought territory. So it is clear that there was some area of that there was a little bit of consolidation coming, and that it was going stronger. So maybe we see another move to the upside, but it could be that we will bounce off the downside of this trend line now, and that we will fail to make a new high. And then we could quite rapidly see the price drop, similar to what we've seen with other cryptocurrencies when they failed to make a new high in this bull run, before Cardano dropped, for example, before Bitcoin dropped. On the daily, however, we still see a very, very positive and bullish RSI here. And on the MACD, also on the daily, we actually can't, also on the RSI, we can't really see a bearish divergence yet. However, if we zoom out, I think we can, to a certain extent, on the larger scale. So if we zoom out, let me just adjust that a little bit. That's the daily, by the way. So from here, from end of August to here, we can actually see that bearish divergence as well. Yeah. So while the price was going up, you can see that here. We can see on the RSI in the big picture also a descending, or a bearish divergence. So it's time to be careful. Time to think about profit taking. I can't recommend anything to you because everybody's financial position is different. Also legally, I can't tell you, and I don't want to, because everybody should be old enough and mature enough to make their own decisions. So I can only inform, I can only help you to make sense of these charts, and the divergences are a very, very good indicator about things that could be changing. And also, we broke below that trend line and we see bigger red candles. So yes, and we have seen that pump already, which was quite significant. And I think there was a lot of anticipation before the summit. So as it oftentimes is with these things, there could be a little bit of buy the rumor, sell the news coming after the event or during the event. So, I mean, talking about the Cardano summit here. So it's just a call to be careful. I am, of course, like, you never know. And we never know before we actually finalized here on the hourly that next high. I would, you want to see if we are fading, if we are making a new high or not. And that could even become a head and shoulders here. You can even get a head and shoulders with a neckline that is ascending or descending, so it doesn't need to be horizontally. And if that is playing out, that head and shoulders, if that really will become a head and shoulders, which means that it would mean that we are failing to make a new high, then if we zoom out, we can also estimate our price target. And I guess that could actually drop us down here to the 200 period moving average on the hourly, and the price target would be from the upper side of that head formation to that to the neckline, and then it would even take us lower. So I think it could take us down to 30 cents again, right? Which would go very well in line with those previous support levels down here. So yeah, it might be worth thinking about some profit taking, guys, just to think about it. All right, so hopefully that video was useful. If you liked it, please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.